Hey Explorer Elementary! Today we are going to talk about our PAWS expectations.
Each letter in PAWS stands for something.
P stands for practicing safety. The letter A is for accepting responsibility. W stands for working hard.
And S means show respect. All of your teachers will be watching to see if you are following PAWS expectations. And sometimes if they see you going above and beyond to be an awesome tiger following those expectations, they might rate you a positive number. Now, we have to talk about PAWS expectations in different parts of Explorer Elementary. Let's start by talking about PAWS expectations in the hallway.
That's not how we show PAWS expectations in the hallway. No way. We can practice safety in the hallway by staying to the right side, just walking and using a safe speed and keeping our hands to ourselves. We can accept responsibility by getting to where we're going, not wandering around and peeking into classrooms. Be responsible for our iPads by hugging it with two hands and not using it in the hallway. In the hall, we can work hard by using the correct noise level, either a 0 or a 1. We can whisper if necessary or just not talk. That's a way to show respect too, as well as smiling and greeting others by a small wave and being mindful of other people in the hallway and not touching artwork or posters. Now let's see an example of how to use good PAWS expectations in the hallway. So much better walking safe, straight, and quietly and being safe following PAWS expectations in the hallway.
I know sometimes us tigers like to roar really loud, but we do have some voice level expectations.
At Explorer Elementary, we will use this numbering system to communicate how we want to have our volume at throughout our school. If a teacher holds up a 0, it means no talking. 1 means you may whisper. 2 is where you can group talk so people in your group or area can hear you. And 3 is when we can be nice and loud outside. In the hallway, depending on what's going on in our school day, we can be at a 0 or a 1. As long as we're being respectful to the people who are working, if their doors are open, we probably want to be at a 0. But if we need to whisper to communicate something in the hallway, that's okay too. Your teachers will let you know by holding up these numbers when you can change your voice levels throughout the school.
Next, let's talk about PAWS expectations when we have a bathroom break.
That's not how we follow PAWS expectations during a bathroom break. Let's see what the right way is. To practice safety, we want to wash our hands, but keep the water in the sink and use an appropriate amount of soap. We want to accept responsibility by throwing away garbage into the garbage can, pick anything up off of the ground that might fall, and report or clean up any messes that might happen. We work hard by just doing our duty in the bathroom, washing our hands, and getting back to class. We show respect by taking turns at the water fountain, giving others their privacy in the bathroom, not looking under the stall. That's how we can follow the PAWS expectations during a bathroom break.
Now, let's talk about PAWS expectations in the lunchroom.
Oh, please never do that when you are in the lunchroom. Let's talk more about how we can follow our PAWS expectations in the lunchroom. We can practice safety by sitting down carefully and not sharing our food. Walk with 2 hands when you are carrying your tray to and from the table. Be sure to watch where you're going. Just walk slowly. We can accept responsibility by taking care of our space, throwing garbage away, and making sure to not get silverware into the trash. We can stack our trays neatly. We can work hard by getting everything that we need before we sit down and just use our time to eat lunch, while we're talking to our friends, of course. We can show respect by being at a 1 or a 2 volume level in the lunchroom and no yelling across the room. Be respectful and kind to your neighbors and sit respectfully when you are done eating. Make sure you are being awesome listeners at dismissal, being at a 0 so that you can hear directions.
Now, one of my favorites, let's talk about PAWS expectations on the playground.
Oh no, that is not how we follow PAWS expectations on the playground. It's important to follow our recess PAWS expectations when we are going out to recess, when we are playing, and when we're lining up to come back into recess. We need to make sure that we're practicing safety when we head outside by holding the doors open for whoever is pulling the cart out. We can wait to get things out of the cart until it's all the way outside and parked. We can accept responsibility during recess by taking care of the equipment when we're playing with it, but also making sure to put it back when it is time to line up. We can show respect by lining up at the correct time and in a nice, safe line. We work hard at recess by having fun, playing hard, and using the equipment the right way. Use recess time to talk to and play with your friends that are outside with you, but please don't go up to the windows and disturb anyone who is not at recess. We can show respect to each other by being a good sport and listening to the recess teacher. When it's time to line up, we can be respectful by keeping our noise level at a 1 or a 2 so we don't disturb people who are working as we're heading inside. Finally, one last recess rule is we cannot have phones or electronics out at recess at any time. This includes morning recess as well.
Tigers, let's have a great year at Explorer Elementary following our PAWS expectations.